Let's go through every piece of armor and show its max upgraded setting. And I'm not going to talk about where to get it. I've done videos about how to get these different pieces of armor, but let's go through every single one. So to start off, you have the archaic tunic and the archaic legwear. These cannot be upgraded, and it's a set that you start the game with. Fairly early on in the Great Sky Island, you can get the archaic warm greaves. This gives you some cold resistance and helps get you on your way to fighting off that chill. Then you have the Hylian hood. This upgrades to a total of 60 damage, and if you complete the Haiteno Mayor quest, you can lower the hood so that you can actually see Link's face. Then you have the soldier set. This is a pretty high defense, one of the highest in the whole game, for 84 total or 28 apiece. This is a pretty cool set. I really like the look of this one, but it doesn't have any bonus. So now into some sets that have some bonus. This set, when it's upgraded to 2 stars or more, has the unfreezable ability, and then it has super high cold resistance. You only need 2 of these pieces for the max cold resistance. So what I usually do is I pair this with the snow boots, which is a singular piece lower. The next piece here, we have the Flame Breaker armor, which has the Flame Guard if you equip 2, but if you equip 3, you are also fireproof. So that's a pretty good set. Then you have the Zora armor. This gives you swim speed up, and then swim dash stamina up once you upgraded 2 stars or higher. Pretty cool set. I've dyed my armor set gray. I think it looks more like a dolphin. I think it's pretty cool. And then you have the Desert Bow. You have the heat resistance up, and if you have all 3, you get the shock damage resist up, which is pretty cool. Then you have the rubber helm. This is upgraded to 60 shock resistance, and then if you have all 3 2 stars or higher, you get that lightning proof, which is really fun. So you can, hold on to your lightning pieces of armor in the storm and not get damaged. So here we are, right by a Thunder Gleeok, and this Thunder Gleeok is going to generate some lightning. And we have no concerns about, well, we have concerns about that, but we have no concerns about getting struck by lightning because we have lightning proof equipped. So let's see what happens when the lightning strikes. If it strikes. Come on. There we go. Let's run and get struck by lightning, and it will do no damage. There we go. It's a pretty cool effect. Very useful for taking out that lightning concern. The next suit of armor doesn't have as much defense for a total of 48. But what I love about this is one of my favorite pieces of armor, is you have stealth up when you have all 3 pieces equipped, and then you get night speed up. So there are 2 great reasons I love this. It moves you faster at night, and then the stealth up, just even 1 stealth up, lets you collect insects without scaring them. So if you don't run, you just walk up right to them, you can collect them. Let's show how easy it is to collect them without them running away. So we're in Kakariko Village. This is a classic location to get insects, but you can see as I run around, as long as I don't sprint or jump, I'm not scaring away these insects, which I just love this for this reason. So if this is a go-to set, oh, I don't want that pot. The insects don't run away from you, which is very convenient. And then as you go around Hyrule, it's just very nice to be able to not scare away these insects and get them as you go. So I did jump there a little bit. I think that would scare them if I missed. But who doesn't want sunset fireflies? Let's see. Did that probably scare them? Yeah, so if you jump or climb, it does scare them. But anyway, very cool. One of my favorite armor sets by far. Just so useful. Next, we have the Climbers set. You get some climb speed up. And then if you have it 2 stars or higher, you get the climbing jump stamina up. So this is great for climbing. You can see I'm much slower now without the other set. But look at my stamina. Very little stamina used to do some jumping, which is very nice. Cool. Pretty nice if you're doing a lot of climbing up on the mountains or something in Gerudo. Next we have some attack up. This is the Barbarian armor set. And there are a few sets that give this bonus. This is the attack up bonus and then the charged attack stamina up. Pretty good for giving some attack. So this Radiant armor may not look very good, but it has bone weapon proficiency up and disguise. So if you go up to enemies, you'll have this disguise and they won't think you're a monster. So let's take a look at that. And then it also has bone weapon proficiency, which increases the attack for bone weapons considerably. I would argue that this set of armor is the best combat armor in the game. Because of that bone weapon proficiency and the disguise, you can choose to fight or not. That's going to do. So it should just one hit almost any. So I have a triple attack up as well, but it's kind of compounding on the bone weapon proficiency. So let's see what this regular Bokoblin does. Yeah, just one hit. So Silver Bokoblin should do quite a bit of health. There's 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits. So that's not even with like other stacking bonuses. It's just an extremely effective combination. What we have right now is we have a few things you can fuse that has that bone weapon. You can have the Madolga Jaw, that is a continual hit. You can also use that Gibdo Bone, although this will break when you use it. Let's see what else. Any other bone type things, or even bone weapons, such as, the Bokoblin arms from the skeleton variety. So it's just extremely high attack. And you can upgrade this set and get a ton of defense. So I'm going to go out of order a little bit. There's another set that's very similar to this. And the other set that's very similar is down here. This is the Evil Spirit armor. So right now we have 60 defense. The reason why this is so similar is this also has the disguise and bone weapon proficiency, which is really good, but you can't upgrade this one. So you're stuck at the 12 defense. So although it is good, it looks good, it's from the Ocarina of Time, like the Forest Temple, I believe. Super cool set. You have the stealth in addition of this one, but you just can't upgrade the defense. So as far as combat is concerned, I think this one has it on both fronts. Massive attack with the bone, and then it also has that great 60 defense. So going on from there, we have the Royal Guard. This has 24, which is one of the highest in the game, and then you have attack up, and you also have the charge attack stamina up. So pretty good set, also looks great. Then you have the Froggy armor. This is a really good one. This is slip proof, so you can climb all you want when it's raining, and you can even jump while climbing. So usually when you have a potion, you can get like slip resistance 3 drops, but that doesn't stop you from slipping when you jump while climbing. So let's show what that looks like. So we found some rain and we found something to climb on to show how to do this. So we have the frog armor equipped. So you can climb regularly and you won't slip, which is awesome, but you can also jump with that slip proof and you don't ever slip. I mean, that is just awesome. Absolutely nice. I mean, you will still run out of stamina, but you won't ever slip. All right, what's next? So we have the glide armor. This is a really fun one. You have increased sky mobility, and then once you upgrade it to 2 stars or higher, you have impact proof. Let's go ahead and show that now. We are at the Great Sky Island, and let's see what kind of improved mobility while skydiving we have. So it feels pretty good without any pieces. I have a theory that this UI is off. So you see how it says skydiving mobility up and it's like 3 bars? I think even with 1 piece, you have a little bit more. And with 2, I mean, it just feels like there's a little bit more. Please tell me in the comments if this is true or if it's just in my mind. But in the 3rd, you definitely have more. Yeah, it seems like that. And then if you do end up falling without using your paraglider, no damage. That's kind of weird. Even if you go straight down and you dive, no damage. It's pretty fun to do. It's very weird. It feels like the game is broken in some way. Like, Oh wait, was I supposed to get damage or not? Like, you're definitely at terminal velocity for Link. You know, you're a comet from the sky. I don't know what my altitude is, but no damage. So awesome, but this next set is very good for depths fighting, and if you're fighting anybody that has the effect of gloom, it's really good because it gives you kind of a shield for more depths armor. So you have gloom resistance, and then once you upgrade it, you get that gloom attack resist. So not only does it have that shield, you can see I have 4 hearts, and it kind of regenerates up in the corner there. You'll see the shield generate. Come on. Oh, it takes a while to do. But then as you're fighting, it will take those hearts first before affecting your actual hearts. So let's go fight, or I guess get hit, with somebody that has gloom and see how that works. So we're in the depths and we came across some gloom hands. So you can see I have 4 hearts in kind of a gloom shield. And as I get hurt, it looks like it's taking away the shield first. And if I get away, so you can see it's affecting my real hearts now. But if I can avoid, let's see if I can avoid them enough. All right, let's freeze them. Oh, not that one. Where is? There we go. Let's freeze these, hopefully. Okay, we're all frozen. Well, not all of us. Okay, we're all frozen, and my shield should replenish, which is a really cool thing. Come on, replenish shield. Okay, I guess the shield replenishes after the fight. So now, will the shield replenish? Please? Wow, it takes a long time, but eventually the shield does start to replenish after the fight. So very good for fighting in the depths. It's not my favorite as far as combat, but I think it's good and definitely one of note. And I think it looks really cool. I think it definitely has a ton of style points, if nothing else. I love that it's like mummy wrap, and then it looks like all the symbols on the wrap is pretty cool too. The next one is really cool. It's kind of a novelty set. It's the miner set. So if you have the set, you can glow. And then if you have all of them upgraded up to 2 stars or more, you get the shining steps. So as you walk around, periodically you'll leave these little glowing motes, which is kind of fun. You can see there's one, there's one. Here's another one. Pretty fun set. And you can see I have a glow effect too. All of these little dangly lights are around me. That's pretty fun. This Mystic set has what's called rupee padding. I think this is a reference to, was it Majora's Mask, I think? Is you could get this armor that instead of taking hearts away, oh, maybe it was... The next set is the Mystic set. So this has rupee padding, and what's really cool about this, I think this is a reference to Twilight Princess. There was an armor set that you could get in that game that instead of taking away hearts, when you get hit, you get your rupees taken away. So if you feel like your wallet is full and your hearts are low, okay, I guess first it took 360 rupees, but I think that normally would take many more hearts than that. You can see that the red bokoblin only took 10 rupees and no hearts. So if the Mystic set is kind of overloaded with damage, then it will dip into your hearts. But you can see that that one hit is quite big. But if I take off the armor instead of that, it's going to take a ton more hearts. So it is definitely taking up quite a bit of that damage, but it doesn't take all of it. So pretty good set. I think as far as looks goes, probably like top 3 or 4. I just love the samurai look, the padding, that hair. Oh, that hair is just flowing. Love it. Okay, so now we're getting into some fun sets. So we have the Ember. So we have hot weather attack. So it's increased damage in hot weather. And then when you have the set bonus, it's actually a hot weather charge. One of my favorite attacks. So this is a really interesting piece because you can see that the effect is activated by the armor. So you can see that the temperature gauge is higher. And now I have that hot weather charge. I like to call this Daruk's Rage, just because it's kind of like Urbosa's Fury, but it's a fire version of it. So now that it's active, whenever I do a spin attack or the end of a combo, I get a cool fire effect. Right there, that little spinning fire move. And I can also do a charge attack, and I do like a fire tornado, which is just so cool. I do have something fused to my sword. I think it looks pretty cool, but if I didn't have it, I still get that fire kind of explosion effect. What's kind of funny about this armor is it doesn't have resistance to heat. It just is activated by heat. So you kind of give up your resistance to heat for more damage and some cool effect. You can see I can light things on fire, including enemies. Very fun to use. Definitely visually very pleasing. And I love that the flames on the armor get lit up here. Definitely a cool one. It's so hot. The next set of armor has stormy weather attack up. So if you're in stormy weather, you get additional attack. And the bonus is stormy weather charge. So similar to the hot weather charge, you get a bonus on a charge attack and an end of a combo. Kind of a circular attack there, which is pretty fun. So let's use this on this weapon enemy. So here we go. Pretty cool, pretty fun to do. What's funny and a bit ironic, I guess, about this armor is it doesn't protect you against lightning. So if you get struck by lightning, that will hurt you. So pretty fun to use against enemies. And you can see that it also has that cool look. When it's activated, it has that lightning kind of look to it. Everything looks charged and glowing. I could look at that all day. I love the glowing effect. The next piece of armor is the frostbite armor. So you also have additional attack for this in the cold. And if you have all three at 2 stars or higher, you get the cold weather charge. So similar to the other ones, you get a bonus at the end of your combo, kind of a whirlwind. And then if you do a charge attack, you summon the power of ice. So let's attack this black bokoblin and see if we can do a good jump off the edge. All right, we came back up. Let's see if we can do a charged attack. So froze him and killed him. Very cool. I just really love the look of this one. Just very fun. One thing I also wanted to show was that when you're in the cold weather, you get those like kind of snowflakes glowing all over. And this doesn't protect you from the cold. It just gets activated by the cold. So you will still lose hearts based on the weather. So kind of a cool trade-off. One other detail is all of these charged armor sets are modeled after the 3 dragons. The Nadra dragon here, you can see the headdress. The horn configuration looks like the headdress. And then I think this is Ferocious head horn. And then, what is that, Dinrail? I think it might be Dinrail. So the horns are the same shapes as those dragons. So the next one here is the Yiga armor. So I have mine dyed black. This is a pretty cool one. And this one grants you access into the Yiga locations that are otherwise forbidden for anybody else not Yiga. There are a few places throughout Hyrule that have a Yiga symbol and a door. And if you have the Yiga armor equipped, they're like, all right, come in. So this is how you gain access to these areas. I love the bananas. It's all Donkey Kong in here. That's just amazing. The next ones are some individual items. These are from the Divine... I think they're called the Divine Beasts in Breath of the Wild, and they brought these through here too. You have one that gives you cold resistance, flame guard, swim speed up, and shock resistance. These are pretty cool, and they also have a cool effect when you have your avatars summoned. Oh, intruder detected. Do not let him leave this place alive. So if you have the avatars summoned from the sages, the corresponding sage for the helmet that you have on will have it equipped, which is a pretty cool little detail. So there is that one. Here is Yonobo. Here is the Zora. Kind of hard to see that one. And finally, Riju. Where's Riju? There you are, Riju. Pretty cool. So it matches their sage counterparts from the flashback histories. Pretty cool little detail. This next one is the Zonanite armor. You get the energy up, and then you get the energy recharge up. So let's see what that looks like for energy recharge with a max battery. We created something to test the recharge speed. So we don't have it equipped, so let's see what the control is. So we have this pretty cool little invention that just uses a lot of battery very quickly. You can see that the cannons are going up, and then another cannon is going up to fight them. They explode, kind of cross in midair before they realize that they hit each other. We have a lot of different elements. So let's go ahead and give an estimate on the recharge. Just watching it recharge here. I don't know. 20 seconds, maybe? Let's go ahead and do the same thing now with the armor equipped. Okay. Activate the craziness. Love all the elements. I mean, I don't want to be anywhere near this thing. I wonder if the use of the energy is more efficient. It almost feels like it's lasting longer. Do you feel like the battery's lasting longer? I think it is. So if you do a lot of Zonai builds, maybe this is a good use of that. Maybe that's the energy up effect. If you know, let me know. Feels like it's longer. Now let's see what kind of recharge we have. Oh, it must be twice as fast. Look at that. Oh yeah, the other one was like 20 seconds. That feels like 10. Wow, much, much better. Okay, what's next? Next we have some jewelry. We have 28 defense. That's pretty good. That has an attack up. Cold resistance, heat resistance, shock resistance, swim speed, and no additional effect, but pretty good defense, 28. Next, we have a well-worn hairband. So this gives you the Breath of the Wild look with it. So without it, you've got the long, shaggy hair, and then he puts it up for fighting style. Pretty cool. Then you have the ridiculous CC hat. Oh, this comes with lipstick and earrings of mushrooms. Very fun. That's a crazy hat. Oh my. And it comes with a wig too. That's awesome. Lightning helm. This is the same effect as the lightning armor, but the rubber armor, but it just is the helm. So if you get struck by lightning, nothing, which is pretty cool. Here is the sand boots and the snow boots. So this increases your speed in both sand and snow. So let's take a look at what that does. So here is the speed in sand without the boots. And when you have the boots equipped in sand, here is the speed with. Here's without and running. And here is with and running. You can definitely feel it's much faster, and it's a highly recommended piece of your equipment. What I usually do is I combine these with some heat resistance because they don't have heat resistance by themselves. So I usually combine this with the Gerudo armor, and then I combine this with the Snow Quill armor. Same thing here. I'm in the snow. There's running. Here's walking. Or I guess jogging. And then here's with the snow boots. Much faster in both ways. Just an excellent piece of armor. Highly recommend getting these for mobility. The next ones are some monster masks. So if you equip this, not only do you... Oh, we got to change it. Next we have the Bokoblin and other monster armors. So this is awesome. They're like plushy versions of the monsters, and they actually change the animation of how Link stands. He still walks the same, but when he stands, he kind of does this crouch thing. And I hope it acts as a disguise. It does. This is a disguise here. They're not going to fight me, although it is completely nerve-wracking to be in their presence. They're kind of giving me a stiff. I don't know if it goes cross. Oh, yeah. Okay, they don't like the other kinds. I think maybe because I changed here, but here I also changed. So I think you have to wear the mask that corresponds with the monster if you want to do a disguise. Pretty awesome. I love the Moblin mask here. I love the Lizalfos mask. Although the Lionel mask for me just takes the cake. The animation of this one also is that you stand very tall. I just love this one. It's just such a goofy one with the button eyes. Let's see if we do get attacked by this Lionel. Hello, Lionel. I am one of you. I am a little bit shorter, but hello. He's just staring at me. Oh, Lionel. Are you going to be mad if I get closer? No? Oh, that's just so funny. Little brother. You may call me little brother. Oh, that one just makes me so happy to play with. Okay. So, moving on. Tunic Memories. This is a Breath of the Wild callback. It's such a great look. Such a great look. So many great memories with this one, too. And then we have the highest armor in the game. This is the Champion's Leathers. This is kind of a remake of the Tunic of Memories with more leather. And I love that shoulder pad. That's just looking good. Put some pants on, Link. Then we have some heat resistance. This is more of a novelty item. Pretty cool. More of a casual wear. Just for hanging out with friends, I guess. Then we have Ravio's hood. It's a pretty cool one. Love the gold eyes. I don't know what game this is from. If you know what game it is from, let me know. That's a cool one. This one's from Twilight Princess. I know that one. This is Xant's helm. This has the unfreezable bonus with only the helmet by itself, which is cool. And then you have some gloom resistance from Midna's helmet, also from Twilight Princess. That's a cool one. These ones can't be upgraded, so what they are is what they are. And you also get just a single heart of gloom resistance. Oh, I forgot I was with the Lino. Okay, moving on. Majora's Mask. This actually, I think this does disguise and makes enemies think that you are one of them. We have the Majora's Mask. Let's see if these monsters accept me as one of their own. It's kind of nerve-wracking approaching, but let's see. Hey, can I have some of that meat? Are you going to fight me? He's looking at me. Okay, I think they would have fought me by now. Hello. So, it doesn't actually say it on the Majora's Mask when you equip it that it has disguise power. Are they kind of bowing to me? Oh, they're sniffing at me. Is the ruse up? I don't know. So, it doesn't say it, but it definitely has that power. The next one is the Karoke mask. This will jingle when you approach a Karoke. I want to show this Karoke mask. So it will shake and make a little sound effect as you approach a Karoke seed you haven't discovered yet. So there is a Karoke seed in this tree that I haven't yet got. You can see as I approach, it starts to shake and it made that hooey noise. And then as I go farther away, there's nothing. So you know kind of the proximity here. There we go. A little bit different sound bite that time. Hooey! So it's kind of good and it continues to jingle as long as you're within that proximity. So there is the Karoke seed it's responding to. Let's do it one more time. So range is pretty good. It's not super close. It's not super far. So you know once it stops, you can kind of triangulate your way to find this Karoke, or whatever Karoke. So if you're traveling around Hyrule, it might be a good idea to bring this along. How did that not work? Alright, how about this? There we go. Yeah, The Korok Seed can help you find me. Bye-bye. What is next? So then you have Tingle's armor. You can't upgrade this, but you do have the Night Speed up, and he looks terrific in it. Love it. Next, we have some attack up. Pretty good defense. You can't upgrade this one, but it looks amazing. You kind of have that super bulky armor look. And I believe this might have disguise elements too. I'm not entirely sure about that. I know this one has disguise and bone weapon proficiency. We did talk about that in an earlier set. Then we have Sheik's mask. This is a possible head to match up with the Sheik armor. Let's see, where's the Sheik armor? There we go, stealth armor. Alternative top. Sheik is a character, spoiler alert, from Ocarina of Time. It's actually Zelda masquerading as one of the Sheik. And she kind of leads Link throughout his quest, which is pretty cool. Then we have another one from Ocarina of Time. This is the Dark set, and you have the Night Speed up when you have all of them equipped. Very cool. What's a cool detail about this? This is nearly identical to the Ocarina of Time, the Cap of Time. You can see the style is just the black version of it. So same thing with that, same thing with that, same thing with that. The Ocarina of Time, or the Time armor, has that attack bonus up as well. This one's from Majora's Mask, and you have the attack up, and then you have the charge attack stamina up. This is the Fierce Deity armor. Very, very cool. Love the color. I love that it's not green. It definitely feels different. I love the armor look, and it reminds me of that Majora's Mask moment when you get the Fierce Deity sword at the very end, and reward for all of your hard work for collecting all of those masks. Then we have the Awakening set. These are other callbacks to other games. Attack up. I mean, look at that face. What's not to love? The Hero. This is the oldest set from Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, I believe. Love, what are those sideburns? I don't even know what you would call those. Jiggly, jiggly. Ocarina of Time, we talked about that. Then we have the Wind set from Wind Waker, that swooshy hair. That's my favorite part. And that belt buckle. I love that twirly. Twilight Princess, Twilight armor. I love the chainmail that's underneath the tunic on this one. Makes a lot of sense to have chainmail as part of his undergarment. Very cool. Then we have the Sky armor. This is from Skyward Sword. Pretty fun. It's kind of a mix between the Twilight Princess and some other sets. And then finally, we have the Ancient Heroes aspect. This one has a pretty good defense, 84, and you get the set bonus of Master Sword Beam Up. So let's take a look at what that set bonus does. Let's do a distance test. So this armor gives you Master Sword Beam Up. I know that the effect of the Master Sword Beam is also affected by how many hearts you have. So I have a pretty long beam. Wow, okay, I am going to have to fight the other way. Can it go all the way to the top of this tower even without? Yes. Okay, I mean, I don't know if it's going to go much farther than that. Huh? Oh, okay. How much farther can it go than that? I mean, I must be maxed out with that many hearts. I was expecting it to not go nearly so far. I think it goes even farther than arrows, and it's a straight flight, which is just so cool. Just goes for days. Anyway, that is all of the armor, all of their effects, both standard and upgraded bonus effects. So I did want to just call out my favorites and any notable exceptions. So here, my favorite for fighting, just for max damage, is the Radiant set. And then nostalgia-wise, I have to go with Ocarina of Time. That's going to make it into my top 3. and then one other one. I just think this one is so different, and it's a notable achievement to do all the shrines. I definitely think this makes it into the top ones for me as well. I have to mention the Awakening set. I think this is the funniest set, and definitely really goofy. Props for being that. As far as style goes and effects, I think the Mystic Trousers are a highlight, as well as the Depths. Just a great two sets as well. So, hope you enjoyed seeing every piece of armor fully upgraded and what it can do for your game. Alright, bye-bye. Let me know if I missed any piece of armor. I think this was exhaustive, but I'd love to know. Bye.